Hello, here we will talk about the Stug 3 line. The second most produced German armored fighting vehicle during World War II. The idea of a highly mobile piece of artillery dates back to the 1920s when artillery and howitzers were still towed. The objectives: mount a 75mm to .95 in caliber cannon, provide a traverse angle of less than 30, provide sufficient elevation to achieve a range of 6,000 meters (3.7 miles) in indirect fire, a total height lower than that of a standing man, to be based on a selected existing chassis. After receiving the specifications, an order was placed with Daimler-Benz and Krupp for the delivery of a prototype before June 15, 1936. Daimler-Benz was to supply the hull and chassis, while Krupp was to provide the equipment, including the 7.5 cm gun. Delivered in the autumn of 1937, they were distinguished by their 8 road wheels, wide tracks, and steel casemates only 14.5 mm thick. They were not suitable for combat. The original design called for the absence of a roof. This open roof was intended to provide an advantage for spotting the enemy. However, in 1939, this feature was removed due to concerns about ricocheting bullets and shrapnel. The first production version was on the chassis of the Panzer III Ausf, and its frontal armor was 50 mm compared to 30 mm for the prototype. The Stug's engine, it was equipped with a Maybach HL120T RMV12 engine that produced 300 horsepower to 124 kilowatts. Top speed 40 km per hour, off-road speed 10 to 15 km per hour, power to weight ratio 12.6 horsepower ton. Range 155 kilometers, off-road range 100 kilometers, transmission 6 forward speeds, 1 reverse speed. The crew consisted of a tank commander, driver, gunner, and a radio communicator. Due to its low height, access was facilitated by roof hatches. I'm now going to talk about its completely different G version. The Stug 3A was 5.38 meters long to 0.92 meters wide and 1.95 meters high, while the Stug 3G was 6.77 meters long to 0.95 meters wide and to 0.16 meters high. The Stug G has a 7.5 cm Stock 40LA48 cannon with a secondary armament of MG30 for machine guns. Its armor has also been thickened. The frontal armor is 80 mm thick, while the Aversion has 50 mm. The Stug G also has the same engine as the Stug. This concludes the first part of the Stug lineage. I talked about why the Stug was mainly conceived, and I also talked about the most well-known version. The other part will be about the lesser-known versions. Goodbye.